Hi everyone, welcome back to a chilly Chops garage. It's about time we covered what's going on with this motor, isn't it? So first I'm going to have to apologise for the wind noise in this, but it is pretty windy out here today. So for those of you that are new to the channel, you won't know this car. For those of you who watch the channel for a while, you'll kind of recognise it popping up here and there. This is a SsangYong Corrado, which I bought from a main dealer part exchange yard, and I've had for a few months now. As I said, those who watch the channel regularly will see this been in a few of the videos very briefly, and I've not really said an awful lot about what's going on with it. So I got it from the main dealer part exchange yard, as I said, but I was told that there was an issue with it. But I still went ahead and bought the car because I felt it was at the right price. I've never seen one of these things before. It's a, like I say, a SsangYong Corrado. This is the 2-litre diesel, and it's an automatic, which is obviously very popular at the moment to have autos. It's obviously a small 4x4 as well. It's proper 4x4, four-wheel drive. So a small four-wheel drive with an automatic gearbox in Devon and an economical 2-litre diesel engine is, you know, a popular call at the moment. So even with its fault, I thought it's, you know, a good buy because it's the right type of car for this area. It's the right size, it's the right engine, it's the right with the automatic gearbox. Now what I'm going to do in this video a bit later on is I'm going to ask for your feedback on this fault, because I think, well, I don't know, I want your feedback. I want you all to comment down below when we get to that part and see what your thoughts on it are. Now one of the other reasons for choosing to still buy it with the fault is that it's not a high mileage car and it's a well looked after car. Let me show you. Of course, to check the history of cars here at Chops Garage, we always use Car Vertical. For those who don't know, Car Vertical is the largest online database of car information, and it is an essential check to do on any vehicle you're looking to buy. And potentially, you know, if you want to know the hidden history of a car you've got, always worth running it through. Now, this one obviously has a private plate on the front, but that has been retained. I've got to swap the plates over, and this is the actual number plate of the car. So all we're going to do is punch that into Car Vertical. I have the app on my phone, make it nice and easy. You can use it on your desktop as well. And we're going to run that through. I'll show you what I mean about the history of this car. Car Vertical is doing its thing and pulling up all the data. It's recognised that it is a SsangYong Corrado on the correct number plate. So let's do a full check on that. Use one of my credits. Right, the report is back. We'll go full screen for this, otherwise it's going to be a bit hard for you to see it on the mobile phone on camera. You see the mileage is okay. You can see no theft, no accidents, no outstanding finance. If we go down here, we can start to look through its history. You can see the vehicle's had a couple of private plates. It's changed from one private plate already. But in terms of MOTs, we've just got fog lamps, brake pads wearing thin, brake pads wearing thin. Change the number plate back to the original number plate, then to the number plate we've got it on here. So again, MOT wise, just washer screen, an offside lamp, tyres getting close to wear. Now the nice thing about that is we'll look at this in a second. So MOTs wise, it's really just really minor stuff. It's clearly been looked after. It's been looked after people with a bit of cash because they're going to put these private plates on. So history wise, it's looking really good. If we scroll down to the mileage as well, we can see the graph for the mileage is a nice even sort of mileage. It's low miles, it's only done 49,546 miles. So history wise, it's a really clean car. Obviously reports don't always come back like this. Check out this one.
Check out what somebody found when looking at this Audi A3. Came back as okay for mileage, came back as okay for theft and finance, but Car Vertical flagged the car as previously being an accident. Not only does it tell us it's been an accident, it tells us when, the 6th, 2016, but on top of that, it actually shows us pictures of that damaged car at the insurance salvage market auction. Look at the amount of damage on the front of that vehicle. Now you might be told it just had a light bumper and a bonnet replacement, but these pictures show the true extent of the damage this vehicle suffered. Another example of why it's so important to check these vehicles before purchasing them.
Now, as always guys, Car Vertical team are offering Chops Garage viewers a discount. You'll find the code in the description down below, so you can do a check on a car you've already bought or one you're looking to buy with a discount. So yeah, like I say, get to the description down below for that. And I want to thank Car Vertical for being a continued sponsor of Chops Garage. We saw on the report there about things like the tyres. Now, some really nice indicators. The person that had this had money. Obviously, like I say, the private plates are a pretty good indicator that someone likes to spend a bit of money on their motors. But you can see we've got Uniroyal rain tyres on, and they're matching all the way around on this. So like I say, I wanted to try and get this sorted because I thought it'd be a cracking little car. He's got loads of tread on these. So yeah, matching tyres all the way around. We know that's always a good sign that someone does things properly. So when they were getting those MOT reports of the tyres being close, they just, you know, sod it, we'll just put Uniroyals on all the way around, which I like. The condition-wise of the car is really good. The headlamps are really clear. Let's use the truck. There's no scraping on the bumpers or the wings. All the paintwork is really, really good. And what I like about it as well, it's just the right size of 4x4. You don't want too big a 4x4 in these back lanes. It's the ELX4, so it's the top of the, I believe that is the top of the range in this. It's the D20T, so it's a 4-wheel drive 2-litre diesel. You see it's got a tow bar on it, but it doesn't look like it's had much of a hard life. I can't think it's towed much. It's got nice twin pipes on the back there. But yeah, all the bodywork's really good. The alloys are in good nick. I mean, I know it's filthy from me having a little bit of a drive, but there's no curbing on the alloys. So yeah, it's in really nice nick. Now, luckily, I'm going to be able to hop inside now because it is cold, but I'll show you all the features of the inside of it as well. Thank goodness it's brassic. So we've got all-round electric windows. We've got electric mirrors with fold. We've got Bluetooth, auxiliary input, USB input. It's got all the stuff. We've got heated seats. I've had those on today and they are toasty as you like. We've got winter, and I guess that's sports setting for the gearbox as well. We've got the obviously auto box, which is the big thing. I haven't mentioned that yet, have I? Automatic, which obviously is a big thing. You can put it down into manual as well. We've got this kind of like fake woody trim here, but all of this is in excellent nick. All the leather is bang on. Absolutely, there's a little bit of wear to the steering wheel, but other than that, all the knobs and buttons, they've all got really good colour to them. Nothing's worn out. Yeah, I do quite like this sort of fake woody stuff. We'll have a quick look in the back, but not for too long. Oh, we've got cruise control as well. I missed that. Cruise control. Oh, so yeah, being a small 4x4 automatic, it is something I get asked for quite a bit actually. So all leather back here. Look at the carpets, they're all immaculate. It's in really nice condition, this. We'll have a quick look in the boot as well. But like I say, genuinely, I'm going to ask you guys for some help on this. We've got a little bit of damage to the badge there. It's a bit of a shame. Might be able to do something about that. We've got a liner on the boot, so they were looking after it. That's all mint underneath there. And we've got all the spare kit and everything. So yeah, overall it's in really, really nice condition. You probably want to, you're going to get upset if I don't show you under the bonnet as well now. I really don't want to because it's so cold out here, but we'll have a quick look. Oh, is it even closed? That seems to be loosened a bit easily. Wonder if the Moors boys left it undone. No? Ooh. So under here we've got, you know, honest engine bay. I haven't cleaned anything up yet. It's a 2-litre diesel, like I said, 4-cylinder. I don't know whose unit is this. I don't imagine Sanyo make their own, do they? Someone might be able to correct me. You see we've got the turbo at the back there. Everything looks really nice and easy to access. Oil. There's the engine oil, isn't it? It's nice colour at the right level. Coolant's at the right level too. No oiliness, that's nice, the right colour. Yeah, it's all good under here. Oh, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. We've got 2 keys for it. I'll just show you start up. So 52,483 miles, so nice low mileage. Starts up on the button. No warning lights at all. All the LCDs are good. Let's get the heated seat on. So like I said, the reason we got the car cheap is because of a fault. And what I want feedback from you guys on is whether you think I'm being a fusspot or not. Because the fault was, let's turn it off a second. Like I say, the fault was that when you go from 3rd to 4th, there was kind of the revs raised slightly. It kind of like hesitated a little bit. but only when you're kind of low speeds. When you're up to speed, you know, you didn't really notice it at all. It's only really at low speed, which makes me think it's kind of like a pressure in the gearbox type thing. But the reality is, I had to be told that there was a problem. When I drove it, I didn't really think there was much one. And when I was told it, I started looking out for it. But I had to be told about it. It's just not that obvious a thing. Oh, by the way, I forgot this has also got a reversing camera. If you go into, let me just show you that, because it's pretty cool. There you go, got a reversing camera in the rear view mirror as well. So yeah, I had to be told that this fault existed. It wasn't really that obvious. So what I did is I went down, had it taken down to Moores, and I had the Moores guys change the fluid in the gearbox, thinking it, you know, because it was so marginal, I thought that might make the difference. Now I've picked the car up and they said, look, it hasn't solved the problem, James, but again, it is quite minor. It's only really when you're at low speed. So take it back and see what you think. So I think the best thing for us to do is go for a drive. Let me show you what it's doing. And my question to you is, should I just sell it and just mention it to the people when they buy it? And obviously I wouldn't sell it without saying it, but just sell it at a lower price and mention it. Or should I continue to try and get it resolved? And the only thing I can think to try and get resolved from here is to change the gearbox out. But it seems really daft for how minor it is. Anyway, let me stop gabbering. Let's take it out. Oh, what I didn't show you was the history. Sorry, I've got all the books here. I've got all the books. And I have got the service history as well. And this is another reason why I think I really wouldn't want to bail on this car. I think it still makes someone a fantastic motor. I think if they just live with the minor... Well, I don't think they'll even notice it, to be honest. Where is it? Obviously, my warranty with Warranty-Wise, if the gearbox failed, would cover the gearbox. So it wouldn't be a problem like that. I don't think it's going to fail, though. That's the thing. Right, so we've got services 2016, 18, 19, 20, and 21. I haven't said what year this car is. What year is this car? I forgot now. I think it's a 2015 or 16. Yeah, it's 2014, isn't it? 2014, this one. All right, anyway, let's go for a drive and show you what I'm wittering on about. Right, let's see how these Uniroyals do in this snow, eh? It's pretty... No wheel spin there at all. That's quite impressive. Anyhow, that's not what we're here about. We're here about the gear changes. So, you're not going to notice anything first, second. You really aren't going to notice. It's only from third to fourth. So fine. Yeah, see that little bit of rev? Just slightly over revving, but straight into fourth. Now this is the problem. Does that really merit pulling an entire gearbox and trying a different one? Or is it just something you live with? Is it something you'd really even notice that much? Let me slow down a bit and do it at speed and show what difference it makes if you plant your foot. So if I go down here, nothing behind me, if I go right down, right now plant my foot again. See, it doesn't do it. When you're going fast, it doesn't do it. So it's got to be down to sort of the pressure of the fluid in the gearbox. I'm just really beginning to think, is it really worth doing any more investigation on? Because it's changing gear fine. You know, the worst you're going to notice is a slight over revving. As long as you're honest about it, I really think it's such a cracking little car otherwise. Is it worth doing? So to put it in perspective, I'm not giving you the figures, am I? It's 1,500 quid, I think, roughly, to get a gearbox. Then you've got to fit it. Still no guarantees that it would absolutely fix it. I don't know if there's anything else that could impact it. I imagine the gearbox, there's a pretty high probability it would fix it. But for a total cost of what, probably a couple of grand or more, putting the gearbox in, get the heated seat on, oh, it's so nice. Is it worth it for that tiny little bit of over revving? Now, it's easy for me to justify that as the dealer. What I'm interested in from you guys is, what are your thoughts on it? Would you personally rather have the car still full retail, warranty, fresh MOT, serviced, with that little minor thing at, you know, a discounted price, or would you absolutely want that sorted and prefer to pay full price for it sorted? Yeah, a bit more playing in the snow to be done. Yeah, those tyres aren't having any problem on that. I know they're not proper winter tyres, but they seem to be performing better than the tyres on the other cars I've been driving this week in this snow. But again, yeah, you just potter along like this. You really don't notice it at all. Really do like that reversing camera in the rear view mirror there. It's cool. Don't know why, I kind of prefer it to it being on the dash. Here's a broken spring, by the way. Oh! People often ask me, how do springs break? Well, it's normally like this. You can see here that once they get a crack in them, the water works its way in, then the rust starts to happen, the rust expands, and then the spring cracks. Sometimes it can happen in the cold as well. The water gets into the crack, expands, and then the spring cracks and you end up with it snapped off. Sometimes you might not even notice it driving the car. Sometimes only when it gets to the MOT point it's picked up. But yeah, so we got put a genuine spring on there. So values wise, looking at the SsangYong, Auto Trader sets the retail value as £8,446. So, you know, you might end up being 7,995, I guess, retail wise. I'm always undercutting a bit, aren't I? Which should still be super cheap. So 7,995 would probably be the retail. So that's the retail. So what's your thoughts? Comment down below. You know, if I sold it with the new MOT on it, with a 6-month warranty on it, but left that minor sort of thing with the third, as you saw in the video, what do you reckon? What do you reckon it should sell for? I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, 6,995 maybe? £1,000 off for that minor issue. Would you buy the car on the basis of that? I'm interested in your feedback, because at the end of the day, you guys are consumers. So it's all well and good me thinking that I'd be putting a good deal together, but if everybody thinks I'm wrong and they wouldn't go near the car because of that issue, or whether they go, you know, doesn't really bother me. I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know as always. It's an interactive channel. We need your comments. So based on what you guys come back feedback-wise, that's what I'll decide to do. I think I definitely might go down and get an MOT on it. Because again, just in the current market, it's a bit dark in here, by the way, because the snow hasn't cleared off the roof yet. A small automatic 4-wheel drive this time of year, it's got to be a goer retail-wise, isn't it? Anyway, comment down below. As always, thanks for all of your feedback. Massive thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up, because it's one of the best metrics for helping the channel. And obviously, just check down below. Are you subscribed? Because it's 100% free, doesn't cost you anything. Just gives you notifications when the new video comes out, so you'll get a notification when we get a new video out that tells us what we decide to do with the SsangYong. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you again soon.
Don't forget to check out the true history of your car or one you're looking to buy with the discount code in the description down below for a car vertical check.